Hello, I'm Emelie Tolley. Welcome to Life with Herbs. Every year in early spring, I give my lavender hedge a vigorous trimming to keep it from getting too leggy. Here on Long Island, where it's cold in the winter, the lavender turns gray. But in warmer climates, it's evergreen. Like here in Sequim, Washington at the Purple Haze Lavender Farm, where Jadyn and Mike Reichner grow over 40 varieties of this fragrant herb. Hello,
welcome,
Jadyn.
Emelie.
How are you?
Hi.
Mike?
Hi, Emily. How are you this morning?
I'm fine, thank you. How could I be bad in all this Grosso lavender?
Grosso, our favorite variety.
It's my favorite, too. It seems to grow better for me than any other kind.
Oh, it's so durable and fast-growing and fragrant. It's probably the most popular variety right now in the industry.
If I could recommend one lavender for growers, gardeners across the United States, I'd recommend Grosso. It's so disease-resistant, so dark purple, handles snow. It's the best that we have in the Dungeness Valley.
Absolutely.
Well, but you have all those other kinds, and I'd like you to show me those as well.
Lots
I'd love
and lots.
to.
Okay, let's
Come
take
on.
a tour.
Great.
Oh, look at all these different varieties. I love this Spanish lavender, but I never thought it was that hardy.
Oh, I think it's just as hardy as any of the lavendins in English lavender. And one of the things that I like best about it is that it's the earliest bloomer.
Oh.
And if you deadhead the flowers, for us, it blooms continuously through the summer.
All the way into October.
Into October.
Yeah.
But don't all of these, if you trim them back after the first bloom, they will bloom somewhat again, right?
Ours certainly do.
Yeah, a reduced one, depending on Mother Nature.
We've boosted our sun, Emily. I want to show you this experiment we tried. Because lavender is native to the Provence region, we have increased the calcium in the soil with oyster shells and also the reflection. And these English lavender have just produced so many flowers, we've had to trim around the bottom.
You made a little microclimate here.
Yeah, the shells are really good for reflecting the heat. They're a great resource here on the peninsula, and we thought we'd experiment with them.
I understand that sand will do the same thing, particularly white sand.
Yeah, white sand will do the same thing, but it's much more expensive than these oyster shells.
So look at all this white lavender. You very seldom see that much white lavender in one place.
It's beautiful contrast in a garden if you have a lot of lavenders.
And it's very, very fragrant variety.
And now look at this. You've really pruned this lavender back. That's one of the things I find very difficult to do.
Well, it's not that difficult, Emily. Last week we harvested this for the fresh market. Well, it's critical that you're very aggressive with the pruning. If you take the plant down where there's only about 1.5 inches or 2 inches of this year's growth left, it'll ensure you have a real dense plant the next year.
And do you prune it? When do you prune it?
Well, we prune it when we harvest. We prune it again in the fall when we have a second harvest.
Right.
And then I walk right down the rows with the weed eater and really shape them in the wintertime.
And that's what I can't do, so I'm inviting you over next year.
I'll be
to
over
do
next
mine.
year for you, Emily.
And what is this wonderful one over here?
This is a semi-dwarf English called Loddon Blue.
It's got such large blossoms.
It's really gorgeous, almost a grape hyacinth color. It's
really
petite
is. It's
and
fabulous.
Yeah, this is a mature plant already, so as the semi-dwarf, you can fill a nice hole with it in a garden setting.
Yeah, it'd be great in a garden. I understand you have some lovely lavender in your garden, so can we go see that now?
I'd love to
Let's
show
go see
you.
it.
Let's go. This is really a charming garden, Jadyn.
Thanks, Emily. We transplanted the 20 varieties we had in our test garden out to the front yard, and it's beautiful, I think.
It is beautiful. I love the way all the lavenders go together, the pink, this wonderful sort of magenta of the Spanish lavender.
It's gorgeous. Plus, I added roses, which I love a lot, but it's a difficult combination just because of watering. The roses require a lot more than the lavender does.
So do you have to do it all by hand?
Yes, I do.
A lot of work, but very worth it. Really worth it.
I think so. I think so.
Hey, girls, I'd like some lavender lemonade. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Sounds very good to me.
Right this way?